So let me ask you, how much mental, how much physical?
Well, I would say probably 80%. I mean, I think if you look at the D1 level, and I'm going to give you that middle answer, which nobody likes. Everybody likes extremes, either the big or the little. But I would say somewhere around 80% is probably pretty solid. I mean, if you look at D1, D2, D3 at the NCAA tournaments, everybody's strong, everybody's fast, everybody's got good moves. So what is it that separates one guy from the next? What is it that allows somebody to, let's say, tear a knee in the quarterfinals, tear an ACL and not worry about it, and then go out there and win nationals as a freshman? You see those guys that are able to find ways to win and push through the adversity when it comes up, and it doesn't set them back. They just move forward. And are they a better athlete? Maybe a little bit, but there's got to be something here that separates the very best from everybody else. And I think at that level, it's got to be a pretty high percentage.
What's like the number one challenge that you come across that you're going to teach to?
I would say there's probably, I'm going to give you a little bit more than one. I would say the big things are, one, dealing with nerves. I think everybody gets nervous, and I think a lot of people view nerves differently than I do now. And I think if people can realize that they can wrestle through it, and that it really isn't a negative thing, that everybody feels it, I think that would be definitely a very large one. Dealing with adversity. Adversity in wrestling is going to be all over the place, whether it's practice, whether it's competition, whether it's even just dealing with the relationships that happen as a wrestler with coaches and with parents. It can be a struggle. People feel a lot of pressure, and we're able to come in and help with that. And I would say, if I was going to give one general answer, that I think people come and we're able to change their attitude about it, it's normalizing the mental aspect. I think as a society and I think as a sport, a lot of people don't see the mental aspect or mental challenges as being real. They don't look at it like a broken leg. They look at it as like something separate. Oh, it's in your head. Every single wrestler that's ever lived has struggled with the mental aspect at some point. Mm-hmm. And it's just like technique. You just got to have somebody that knows how to work you through it. And there's a path. There is a way to do it. There's a way to improve it, just like getting better at a single leg.
Does what an individual learns with mindset, does that stop when they're done with sport?
No, we actually have some athletes that when they finish wrestling, stick on for a little bit to talk about how to prepare for college and life afterwards. I don't know about you, but I know for myself, I struggle a little bit as a person when wrestling disappeared from my life. I've been involved with it from 5 until I was about 20, and there was a loss of confidence because there was that identity piece that was missing in my life, and I honestly struggled. I don't think a lot of people realize it, but there was probably about a 6-month period where I really didn't know what direction I wanted to head in. I didn't know exactly who Jay Connor was without being a competitive wrestler. So we always talk to the parents and individuals that we work with about the need to make sure that there's somebody to help guide them through that process, so they can take all those things they learned as a wrestler and then start to utilize them towards school and towards a future career, and just making sure they're okay. You look at Michael Phelps, obviously an athlete that accomplished, I would say, the vast majority of his goals, and I think really struggled after some of them, because once those goals are gone and that's what's driven you for so long, it's hard to stay focused on other aspects of life. That's been the driving force, in your day in, your day out, why to eat well, why to exercise, why to go to bed on time, and all of a sudden you got to find other purpose. And so we try to work with all athletes on that transition period to help them, because in the end, that's what we're trying to do, is build better people.
How can people contact you or get more information about this?
Yeah, so wrestlingmindset.com is our wrestling page. If you're from another sport, zwinningmindset.com. We have a landing page that you can go to any specific sport that you play, even bowling. We're working on bowling mindset. We're working on academic mindset. Those are probably the best two places. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We try to pump out a bunch of content. We have podcasts that are awesome. We have videos that get produced by the Ohio RTC. So guys like Snyder, Tom Ryan, they're talking about mindset stuff. We have a partnership with them because they see the importance of it. And we know that they are ambassadors of the sport, and we want to be able to utilize them so that people can gain the improvements that they need on the mental side. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a mindset coach, and I'm just going to enjoy every single day and keep moving forward until we've reached coast to coast.